Oh, hello there! I'm Whoopi and I'm here to talk with you about horses. For the start, we look at the different types of horses. As you can see, we have donkeys, mules, zombie and skeleton horses, of which I will ignore the later two for the rest of this video since they are, at least to my knowledge, not accessible without mods or tools. And of course, there are your standard horses, which can have one of 35 different appearances. You have two values for this. The overall color scheme, of which you can see the different versions along this line, and an additional pattern on top which follows this direction. Let's have a look at some of their attributes. Of course, here I use a little mod to show some stats, so no, you can't normally see this. What do those letters mean? T is the type, from normal to skeleton. C and P determine the texture for normal horses. H is the maximum health, J the jump strength, and S the speed. Just for information, except for the type, the attributes of a horse have no connection with each other. So yes, you can have an ultimate horse with all values maxed out, but no, you can't tell how fast the horse is until you actually ride it. But to ride it, we need to tame it first. For that we have a look at this value, the horse's temper. It is basically a probability that tells you how likely it is that the horse gets tamed. When you sit on it, the horse makes a test after a random period of time. The higher the horse's temper, the more likely it will decide to accept us. If it doesn't like us, we will drop off. But the horse's temper will rise by 5% permanently. If you don't have the patience to try it over and over again until the horse is tamed, you can speed up the process with food. Here you can see the different items you can feed to the horse. And below a few numbers. The first one is the amount of health the horse will gain whenever you feed this item to the horse. The second one tells you how much this item will speed up a horse's growth. And the third one finally is the percentage by which this item will increase the horse's temper. Special in here are the hay, which doesn't affect the temper, and golden carrots and apples, which you can use to breed horses. Now let's talk about the breeding. A small example, I'll take the horse we just tamed and breed it with this one. You can breed horses and donkeys as soon as they are tamed. Horses produce horses, donkeys another donkey, and if you breed a horse with a donkey, you end up with a mule. The interesting part about horse breeding is that the child gets a combination of the parent's attributes, but with a little bit of randomness. First of all, the texture. The color of the newborn is with 88% probability the color of one of the parents, and with 11% a completely random color. The additional pattern isn't quite as random. In the end, it's a 50-50 decision between one of the parents, no real randomness for that. Now to the more interesting attributes: health, jump strength, and speed. They are set to an average of the two parents' values and a third random one. For the max health, the random value varies between 50 to 30. For the jump strength, it's somewhere between 0.4 to 1. And the speed can be 0.1125 to 0.35. Those random values, by the way, aren't evenly distributed. They are more likely to be somewhere in the middle than on the extreme ends. Of course, to breed horses, we first need to find them. And where can we find horses in the wild? They spawn just like other animals. Only difference is that they are limited to the plains biome. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.